All right, beautiful people. You already know how it is and how it's going down. We are back with another episode of Florida Hoop Legends, where we give flowers to current, the past, and the future stars of Florida. And today, man, we got a very special guest. I know we say special guest all the time, but God damn it, this one is specialer, if that's a word. You know what I'm saying? This is season 2, episode 2 of Florida Hoop Legends, and we got two-time state champion. They should have really won 3, but we're going to get into it. Mm-hmm. We got Florida Mr. Basketball runner-up in 1999, and we got to talk about that too. He averaged 29 points, 5 assists, which I'll say 4 blocks, y'all said?
3 blocks.
3 blocks. They lying on that part. He ain't averaged no 3 blocks. But 3-time All-State. This episode, a lot of people been talking about. Every time we post something, they like, hey, bro, y'all got to have Tony Bobbitt. You got to say something about Tony Bobbitt. So when we did the video, who did the video? I did or you did, Chris? One of us did the video on Tony Bobbitt.
Yeah, you did that one.
Oh, I did the video on Tony Bobbitt. Man, that thing went viral. Everybody tapped in. I don't even know if you've seen it, bro. I hope you did see it. Man, we got Mr. Tony. I'm going to get buckets on anybody and anyone Bobby today on Florida Hoop Legends. Appreciate you, Brody.
What's up, y'all? What's up, brother? What's up?
All love.
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah, man. Before we got started, able to talk and you gave us flowers and love for starting this platform. So really appreciate that and salute to you for even having to be like, I always tell people, men and got a lot of pride and ego sometimes. So for you to even reach out to us and say, hey, bro, I appreciate what y'all doing and jumping on the podcast. We don't take that for granted. We don't take that lightly because, you know, we're younger than you, you know what I mean? And I don't have ego or pride to say we looked up to you, bro. Like I always say in the basketball world, like you was a basketball god. You know what I'm saying? Like how they got the Greek mythology god Zeus and all those, like that's you. You know what I'm saying? So how we like to really get it started, man. Tell us about you, man, your background. Who put that ball in your hand the first time and where you from?
Man, first of all, I was born in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, in a hospital called Chisholm Hospital. Okay. And my mama was pregnant with me. And she met my stepdad, who was a preacher. They ended up moving her back to Daytona. And I don't know if my cousin will ever see this podcast, but I don't know too much. I don't know if he ever knew this, but he the one put that basketball in my hand. His name John Wilson. And before I came along, my daddy used to take him everywhere because my auntie is the reason why my daddy moved to Daytona from Georgia. Yeah. And my auntie had a son named John, so he would take him to wrestling events, basketball events, you know what I'm saying, baseball events. So my daddy got girls, and he ain't got no son of his own. So when I came into his life, you know what I'm saying, my cousin introduced me to this ball, man. And one day my daddy dropped me off right there on Cypress Street, direct. And man, the rest is history, dog. That's all I know.
How old were you around this time?
Man, I'm probably about 8 or 9 years old, man. Because you got to think about it, like, my mama was strung out on dope. You know, that's why I say, y'all bring me on here, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, because a lot of people need to know the truth about me. So my mama was strung out on dope, and I used to take that basketball and make it my sanctuary and take all my anger out from kids picking on me to my cousins, you know, teaching me how to fight and teaching me to be aggressive. And I just give my hats off to my cousin John, man, because he the one told me, you know, you could take this basketball, boy, and do anything you want with it, and you could change lives with this basketball, man. And that's what I did.
And you coming up, becoming a young phenom, how did you develop your skill so young?
Shit, to be honest with you, dog, my daddy had a softball team, and he had a travel softball team. So everywhere he went, I went. And I don't give a damn. You know, back south where we from, y'all, every softball field has a what? Basketball court.
Yeah.
And you know you're gonna be good when you 10, 11 years old and the OGs picking you to play with they team.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. I was getting my butt whooped one day on the basketball court, and I wanted my basketball. Well, I remember what my homie told me. He was from Palaca, and we was down in Palaca. Y'all know how they get down in Palaca.
Yeah.
We used to have church conventions in Palaca.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna get it or you gonna get dealt with. So you had to figure it out. So I remember my homeboy told me, said, if you want your ball back, beat me one-on-one. So I went over there and got my daddy. And my daddy say, what did he say to you? He say, sir, if he want his ball back, he got to beat me one-on-one. My daddy turned around and went back to the dugout. My daddy said, you got to figure that out. Well, guess what?
I love that.
I ended up playing in one-on-one, and he whooped my ass. And every time we saw each other, I was like, I'm like this to this day. It's like fighting. Every time you see me, you got to give me one until I win. Yeah. So I ended up winning. He ended up giving me, you know what happened? He ended up buying me a brand new basketball. So I always said, I don't need to be playing with kids my age. I need to be playing with guys that's 5, 6 years older than me, because that's my dream. I knew what I wanted to do when I was a kid. I wanted to go to the league, man. Yep. So that development I had was a mind state that I wasn't gonna let nobody get in the way of what I was trying to accomplish. So, like I said earlier before we started, us three, we ain't had no trainers. Our parents didn't have no money to go out here and pay no money for no trainer. We had to train ourselves. Like, kids don't know what it is to play outside no more. They got video games. That's why they game so weak. Like, I had to go outside in the hot sun, bro. We from Florida, bro. We playing basketball in 100-degree weather.
Yeah, like,
come on now.
Drinking at the water hose, drinking at the house water hose. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I just give all praises to, you know what I'm saying, the homies on the block, bro, because they got out there and passed me the ball back. They was out there, you know what I'm saying, telling me I could do it. So at the end of the day, bro, my skill development came from the streets. That's just point blank.
You said something. You said something that's very powerful, right? You say you played outside. You treat basketball like fight, and these are mental things that I always think about, right? And now and then you say, you know, you had to play 5 years up, right? I don't know if you follow the game now, but it's a thing called, you know, they're holding the kid. What is called, Chris?
Reclass.
They reclass it. So you made me think about that. What's your thoughts on reclass? Let's get right into it.
I'm gonna tell y'all just like this. Y'all reclass me and Ladarius Houghton, boy, it's over.
I love that.
Man, listen, think about it. Okay, I got a homegirl. She was just on the phone with me, and she was saying she gonna reclass her son. And I said, honey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't never tell where we come from. And I always say this. I heard my mama, my auntie them say this. It ain't your business to worry about what somebody else doing with their child.
That's real. Ooh,
that ain't your business. So I always grew with that. But here's the thing. You're going to reclass this baby, and his game ain't going to get no better because he's playing with some kids that he shouldn't be playing with, instead of letting this boy just prosper and go play with some killers so he can be better. See, when you reclass, that don't mean his game going to develop.
That's right.
What happens if his game diminish and stay the same? Like, yeah, it's reclassification is good for some kids, but at the end of the day, my daddy, John Albright, wouldn't have reclassed Tony, because Tony's skill level was ready for the next level.
That's real.
I'm being real with anybody that watched this podcast. I'm telling y'all straight up, I didn't need no reclassification. I was that guy. I know I was that guy.
Talk that talk on it.
Ladarius Houghton did not need no reclassification. He was that guy. Vince Carter was that guy.
Yeah.
T.T. Tolliver was the Teddy Dupay. The rest of them boys was that guy. If you think about it, guys, if y'all reclass us, come on, man. We get another year of high school. Come on, man. Them teachers already wanted me gone anyway.
Where does, man, I love your energy. You know, I don't know if y'all believe in like frequencies, right? It's a level of frequency that we all operate on, and your frequency is a high frequency. So it rubs off on people. Where did you get this spirit and that dog from? Because some people don't got it. You know what I'm saying? You can tell you naturally got it. Did you get it from your dad being thrown out there on the street courts? Where does this dog come from?
Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit, bro. My cousins used to beat me the fuck up. Listen, when they see this shit, they gonna be like, boy, see, they don't call me Tony back home, they call me Baloney. Yeah. But my cousins, listen, We from Daytona Beach, Volusia County, dog.
Yeah.
Listen, either you got a wicked jump shot or you slinging crack rock. You got to pick one.
No,
all right? My cousins, I got one particular cousin, man. I don't want to say his name, but he know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, he played me one-on-one all day, right? But the minute I win, I got to be ready to fight. Because he ain't finna take that W, that L and not fight, right?
Yeah.
So I figured this right here, bro. I always told myself this. If I'm gonna get punished by my cousins, then when I go to camps, I'm finna punish y'all.
Yeah, that's
and
big.
I'm already with the fuckery. I'm already with that. I ain't got to be the toughest dude in the room, but you know what? I ain't the softest dude in the room either.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Floridian, dog. I let the motherfuckers know straight up. Me, Keon, Doolin, Tootie, all us that was at Adidas camp, we ain't play that shit.
Yeah.
I wish I would, boy. But we from the bottom of the map. We don't play that shit. So a lot of my aggression came from me being picked on because my mama was in the streets. My daddy, he a preacher. He got rules and regulations in his house that I don't want to follow. Then I got to deal with my cousins getting dropped off over there. You know what I'm saying? My daddy stopping at McDonald's. Shit, by the time I get out the truck, them niggas already got my food. So I got to fight for that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when I got on the basketball court, bro, I always said, boy, I'm like MC Hammer, boy, you can't touch this shit, boy. Like for real, boy. like for real. Cause I'm finna show y'all. I'm getting ready to show y'all why y'all came out to see me play. Like I always say, when I was playing, it was like the Green Bay Packers. I took all the dope boys out the corner for 2 hours to come for me to entertain them, and they got their money worth. They got their $10 worth.
That's powerful.
So with you coming up, you had became a phenom on the middle school level. So leaving the 8th grade.
Yep.
Leaving the 8th grade, Daytona mainly had just won the state championship with Vince Carter as a senior.
Yep.
So Vince Carter was leaving, T.T. Tolliver taking over. But you was in the 8th grade drawing comparisons to Vince Carter. So you got the mainland with expectations, and you could call it unrealistic pressure because it's unfair to compare somebody, in the 8th grade to somebody at that stature. Boy. How did you accept that, bro? Like, how did you deal with that?
First of all, I always wanted to tell Vince this, like, and he probably done heard it a couple times, but we live right now. Like, bro, you did something that you inspired me, bro. Like, you might not know this, but you did it the right way, VC, and that's why you got your blessings. And you made me do it the right way. And yeah, I had some angles I had to go between to get where I wanted to be. But I remember when I was in college at UC, at University of Cincinnati with Bob Huggins, and I would call Vince, man, and VC, man, can you give me a little pep talk or like VC, how y'all think I got invited to the Nike camp? It wasn't because of my talent. Vince made a word to these guys, man. Wow. Vince put a word in for me to get in, man. Like I went from Adidas camp to Nike camp, the 5-star camp, the Michael Jordan Roundball Classic, like all this powerful stuff. So you can't live up to Vince. You can't be Vince. Ain't nobody came out of the state of Florida Vince. But I figured if I listen to Vince and his mama Michelle and Coach Brinkerhoff, who should be in the high school Hall of Fame, you know what I'm saying? I can really do this. Now, on the other hand, that Vince Carter was a motherfucker, wasn't
he? How was that? You being in Daytona, like you said, like for me, I'm from Orlando, so y'all ain't too far. Y'all used to come play at the Winter Park Rotary. I don't know if you remember that.
Well, I gave that boy 50.
Yeah. So y'all used to come to the Rotary. So that's how I heard about Mainland, because y'all was at the Rotary. And Orlando and Daytona ain't no but 45 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
But how was that? Like Chris said, that was a great question, Chris. Of you being in the 8th grade, you in middle school, you see Vince. For me, it was Marquise Daniels. Yeah. So I'm in elementary school, and I was blessed to be the ball boy for Edgewater. So I seen Marquise, and at this time, this nigga 6'6" playing point guard. So like you said, that motivated you and inspired you, man. Like how big was that for the city?
So look, even when I go back home now, like honestly, bro, I'm treated like Elvis.
You should,
like,
as you should.
Like the homies. Oh, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I mean this. I don't know if somebody ever told y'all this on the podcast, because I'm a real one, dog. I gotta tell y'all this. The drug boys, they don't bother the high school sports boys because you're not in their weight.
Yeah.
Killers don't bother sports athletes because they're not in their weight.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in their weight. So I'm gonna say this. They told me, keep your eye on the prize, bro, or you're gonna be just like one of us. And I ain't want to do that. Like I ain't. So watching Vince, I never forget, bro. I was watching Vince and Ladarius Houghton, bro, Mainland High School versus New Smyrna, bro, and I wanted to do that. And I knew, and see, back in the late 90s, it was for any high school in the state of Florida, anybody that listen to me, they're going to tell you, they're going to say, Bobbitt, right. It was hard to make a varsity team as a freshman.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I don't care if it's football, baseball, hockey, whatever it is, it's hard. So when I came in as a freshman, I was playing behind Joe TT, Al Sermon, all those guys. But I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do what Vince did. I wanted to have a name for the rest of my life at this high school. You know how when somebody say something at your high school, like they say, well, who you taking? Blah, blah, or blah, blah. Now you say, who you taking? Out of Mainland, who your top two in Mainland? Everybody gonna say Vince and Tony. Hands down, right? When you say Edgewater, what you say? Marquise Daniels, right? That's when you say Mount Dora, you say Greg Britton. That's what I'm saying. So when you say Lake Howell, you say Reggie Cohn. When you say Mariner, you say
no, Lake Howell, we ain't saying Reggie Cohn, bro. We saying
bro,
Nick.
listen, bro.
We saying Nick Lathis, bro. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Tony threw Reggie's name out there, man.
Reggie, man. All I'm saying is the love and appreciation that we had for the game as young kids growing up with nothing. Like we ain't have nothing, man. Our parents was working 9 to 5s, man, trying to make sure the water and lights stay on. So a lot of my nights was spent in the park. You know what I'm saying? So playing basketball, bro, and doing a little bit of schoolwork, because I can't sit on here and lie, bro. I ain't really dig it.
Yeah.
That's all I knew, but I knew I wanted to be like Vince. I wore that for 15 in college because of Vince. I knew for a fact that Vince taking the time out to send me Nike stuff, to get on the phone with me, his mama Michelle calling me. I knew for a fact that I wanted to do what he did, bro. So as an 8th grader, bro, I had already figured it out, bro. And then my 5th grade teacher was my high school coach mama, man, Miss Brinkerhoff. So she had already told Coach Brink, she said, Charlie, I got a little kid here that's gonna be the best player to come out your high school. And Coach Brink used to laugh at me. Wow. So we talk about it all the time. So I don't know, bro. I just was blessed, man. We just blessed, bro.
Let me ask you this, because I have asked every legend this question. And for example, Darius, I asked Darius what was his first I'm him moment, like when you knew you were that guy. And Darius said when he went to Mainland as a 9th grader and scored 41 points at Mainland with Vince Carter on the floor. And he said everybody then was pointing at him like, oh, bro, you the next one. He for real. So when did Tony Bobbitt know? What was your first moment at Mainland where, okay, yeah, he that guy?
When I got 58 on Miami Northern down at the Christmas tournament in front of Penny Hardaway and Tim Hardaway and them boys. Because Tim was playing. I was a sophomore.
This perfect. This perfect.
We were down in the Christmas class. No, I'll tell you one. Nah, because that's my junior year, bro. I can't really count that because I knew I was that guy then. But my sophomore year, we went down to Miami. We went down to Miami and played in that Christmas tournament they had down there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say it's Miami Northern because I don't want them guys beating me up, but it was a Miami team. And I had 56 on them, bro, off 26, I think like 27 shots, bro. And I knew it. And then my high school coach, he the mayor of our city right now. His name Derrick Henry. He had pulled me to the side. He say, "You got something special. Don't mess this up." You know what I'm saying? So I went on from there, bro.
And so let's talk about your 10th grade year, man, because like I said, you were all state as a 10th grader.
Yeah.
And you definitely said you wanted to bring this up. Like you turned 16 and your life changed.
Yeah.
As a 16-year-old, man. I know you said you wanted to lead into it, kind of tell your story, man. So I'm giving you the flow.
So y'all remember Daytona Beach Spring Break, MTV?
Absolutely.
We couldn't keep y'all niggas from down there.
Nah, we was young. We was in high school coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I came home on a Sunday morning, man, April 17th, which made 29 years the other day, man. And I found my mama dead, bro. She was murdered, man. She was in a pool of blood, man. And the night before, we was all partying on the beach side. And I came to the house, and I couldn't get in the first night. So I went to my cousin E house and stayed the night. And all of a sudden, he just so happened needed a babysitter for my little cousin them. So I was like, yeah, I'll watch him. And my cousin, you know what I'm saying? He was like, here go, dog, order some pizza. We chilling. I got the kids with me. You know what I'm saying? We in the project, so we safe. Like, I wake up the next morning, dog. I ended up riding the bike back to my mama's house. Because you got to think about it. My daddy a preacher, dog. It's Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? He in church. So I ended up getting to my mama's house, opening up the door, man. And when I walked in the kitchen, bro, like she was all cut up, bro. Like it was bad, bro. And that's why I be wanting to share my story with these kids, because they mama tell them to do something, or these athletes, y'all go in the damn club and throw all this money around, but your mama asks you for $35, $40 to help out, and you can't give it to her. So that, to me, that's wrong. And when you lose somebody like that in your life, you know what I'm saying? It bothers you your whole career. And you gotta think about, I was raised by a black man that was trying to raise his family and make sure he had a roof and clothes and food on the table. So my dad didn't know nothing about mental health. So back then, we as African Americans, none of us knew nothing about mental health. Absolutely. Like what we were told was deal with it, get through it. Mm-hmm. And it affected me in ways in my life, like being aggressive, you know, having a lot of anger. I'll tell you a big one. Popping off at the mouth quick. You know what I'm saying? But I always had respect for people. And I always commend myself on that. I still, to this day, I'm going to say yes, sir, no, sir, because I think that's where we come from. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But when that happened to me with my mama, I remember getting on my hands and knees one night, and I said, God, and I can remember exactly what I said, y'all. I said, God, look, if you show me the way and you lead me the right way and you tell me that this is wrong, I'm willing to follow. I said, but take the devil away from me and take all this anger out of me. And he did, bro. Mm. And I said, I need help, God. I don't know how you're going to help me. I said, you told us that you might not be here when we call on you, but you always on time. So absolutely. I always told myself, man, like with my mama murder, you know what I'm saying? Take that and make that fuel in the fire. So when you get on the court, you know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing but just kill them. Yeah. And everything, I don't got no tattoos, no earrings, no golds in my mouth. So I know everybody watching like, well, he from Florida for real, dog. I ain't got none of that. But what I do got, I got my necklace. I got my necklace over here that I had made with my mama initials. So I always try to represent my mama. My mama's name was Tony Bobbitt. She was born and raised in Queens, New York. And it you know, the other day I was talking to my wife, and I I kind of teared up a little bit because it's going on 30 years. I ain't seen my girl, you know. But
you got me tearing up.
But here's the thing. That Bible said, honor thy mother and father, and your days will be longer. And I always honored my parents, including my stepmama. So I think that's the reason why God was able to let me make it to the next level. Because if you nasty to people, you're going to get nasty back. If you good to people, you might not get good back, but God see it. And we God children, bro. So when my mama died, bro, I was like, you know what, God, show me the right way. Take me away from my homeboys that's in the streets, man. But also, God, pray for them that's in the streets too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm never gonna switch out on my partners. I can't help because we got different careers. But when my mama passed away, I had guys like Ladarius Houghton, Chucky Atkins. I had guys like George McLeod,
George.
Vince Carter. I had my high school coach that sat right next to me at the funeral. Also, I had my family. So all that right there, bro, you put it all in the bag, bro. And you just let it, you know what I'm saying? You let it simmer down because basketball, bro, basketball is the reason why I was able to just to take control because all I think about was my mama. You got to think about this, though. My mama got killed on a Sunday. That Tuesday, I came out and had 43.
That's amazing. You say you were in the 10th grade when this happened. So what's that, 16 years old?
16.
Yep.
So you experiencing that at 16, and you was the one to find her, correct?
Yep.
And you said that, you know, at this time, you know, you was living with your father, correct? But not okay, cool. So you found that you came out Tuesday 43. How did you deal with that mental health though? You know what I mean?
Bro, shout out to the podcast. Shout out to the podcast, bro. On some real shit, bro. I ain't never dealt with it. If my wife came in here right now, if she came in here right now, she'll tell you, I ain't never dealt with it, bro. Because guess what? Guess what? Why I gotta go talk to somebody that ain't never had a traffic ticket, that ain't never smoked a joint before?
That's real.
You feel me? I need somebody who I can talk to that done been through the fire.
Yeah.
See, half these folks, they just want to listen to your story and act like they care when they don't really care. See, I'd rather talk to y'all about it because I know y'all care. You feel me? Because hey, listen. One thing I know about us three up here, we got three of the same kind of people. We got dope boys in our family, we got crackheads in our family, and we got somebody that done been in prison for a long time.
Absolutely.
All right, then. So how can I get in front of this lady or man and say, hey, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. And he ain't never had a goldfish die.
So you would say basketball was your therapy? Man,
that shit, man, listen. Okay, I play a lot of pickleball now, dog, right?
I want to try that. I'm glad you said. I just asked somebody that yesterday. I was like, bro, I want to play pickleball. Yeah.
Bro, look. Let me show
that's
y'all
crazy that I just told somebody that yesterday, bro.
Let me show y'all something real quick. I got it on my phone. So I play a lot of pickleball, dog. And my rating
that's hard.
And my rating is a 4.0.
That's hard.
So that's my therapy. I tell my wife that all the time. Like my mama, listen, I ain't afraid to tell the world, bro. My mama was strung out on dope, bro. Like, and that's what the 80s and the 90s did to our people. You know what I'm saying? They brought that shit in and it destroyed a lot of our homes. You know what I'm saying? So I took that basketball, bro, and I made that motherfucker my sanctuary, bro. I swear to God, bro. Every day, all day, sneaking out of my dad's house at 2:00 in the morning, bro, while the dope boys on the corner, bro, watching my back so I could shoot that bitch. Because I knew one of these days I could play in the NBA. I knew for a fact I could do what Vince did. Probably not at that high level, but I knew I could do it. So I always say this, man, and some people gonna look at me like I'm crazy, bro. But I think the truth, I think this is my belief. I think God took my mama so I could prosper. I always think that somebody have to go so you could prosper. You know what I'm saying? And that's just deep, bro. Like, I don't think you would be here podcasting, both of y'all, if somebody in your family didn't go, bro. Because somebody had to give up something for you to be here. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's murder, whether it's drugs, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, passing away, being sick, somebody had to do something for us to be sitting right here, right now. So I always say, you know, how can we be angry at God for God taking my mama? But he let me share a locker room with Kobe Bryant.
And you prospered. How was y'all relationship prior to her passing away?
Man, that was my girl. She couldn't come to games. She wouldn't allow their games. Bro, listen, bro, she pacing up and down the sideline. Shoot that bitch, baby. Like,
and I relate to that. I don't mean to cut you off, but I love this. This is powerful, and this is why we start the platform, because my dad was he my dog now, but my dad was strung out on dope as well. So he from Brevard County, he from Melbourne, Florida. So to this day, he Melbourne all-time leading scorer, Melbourne High School. He went to FIT in Florida. Like, he was big time. He got a tryout with the LA Lakers. And I used to be like, man, if my daddy was in my life, I would have been a better basketball player. And I used to beat myself up because he was strung out on dope. You know, Orlando, right? OBT. I remember in high school, I'm driving down OPT. I see my daddy walking down the street as a crackhead. I'm in the 12th grade. My pride and ego, I'm like, damn, my daddy a crackhead. I break down crying. So for most of my life, I didn't like that nigga. So that's why I asked you, how was y'all relationship? Because my daddy being a crackhead, I ain't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Now that's my dog because I have empathy and we was able to speak. He went down to overseas. He went to Colombia and played overseas. You know, Colombia where all the dope at. So he experimented with it there, came back here, and now he full-blown strung out. But now that's my motherfucking dog. You know what I mean? Because I'm wiser and I'm older. So that's why I asked you that, because I used to beat him up in my head just by me. Like, damn, I could have been better because my dad is a Florida legend, a little Brevard County legend. And, you know what I mean? So I'm glad you told that story.
So let me tell you.
Yeah.
My auntie Margaret, shout out to my auntie Margaret in Savannah, Georgia, dog. Shout out to my girl. She told me one thing that's gonna always stick with me. Don't ever be ashamed of your parents. They're your parents for a reason.
Yeah.
If you hanging out with somebody and they're ashamed of their parents, then you don't need to be around that person, because that person gonna be ashamed of you. So check it out, bro. I was in the same situation you was in. I used to get in my daddy's car. Daddy used to drive me somewhere, because back then I ain't had no car. Or I get on my moped and I see my mama walking. Listen, dog, I jump off that bitch with that bitch rolling, nigga, to go get my mama a hug. You feel me? Hey, that's my girl. Listen, I can't control what she do, but I can control how I am when I see her. Right?
Come on now.
And you know what's crazy? My mama was a functional addict. So my mama was a functional addict. My mama wasn't homeless. My mama wasn't dirty. My mama kept a job, a house, clothes, shoes. And shout out to my shout out to my daddy, bro, for making sure my mama was straight. My daddy paid all my mama bills. My daddy got her teeth fixed. Listen, before my mama got killed, she was clean, bro. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Damn.
So if I could give you some advice on that, the reason why we were ashamed of our mama and daddy is because we was worried about what the pussy ass motherfuckers saying behind our back.
Facts. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, we weren't worried. When you're 16 and 17, you don't really have emotional intelligence. You still trying to figure yourself out. You still want to be cool.
You want to be cool. Yeah.
But I had a homegirl.
That stigma on them.
Yeah. I had a homegirl named Charlene Clark. I met her in Upward Bound because I was in the Upward Bound program.
I remember that.
So I met her in Upward Bound. And she said this right here to this day, bro. She said, Tony, I don't care nothing about your mama being on that shit. She said, you a good person. She said, all you want to do is play basketball and smoke some weed. And I said, you damn right. She said, but look, don't ever be ashamed of your mama. And my auntie Margaret used to say that. So I ain't like, we used to play the mama jokes, but the mama jokes stopped when my mama got murdered.
Yeah.
Because my whole community rallied around me.
Come on.
And the man that killed my mama, you know what I'm saying? I wish he could hear me say this. I forgave you, Gregory Murphy, the day you killed my mama. Because in order for me to be forgiven, I must forgive you, homie. I can't, if I keep all that shit inside me, then how the hell I'm gonna live on? So guess what? I forgive you. I forgive your family, homie. I forgive all y'all. Because I know my girl in a better place than we living in hell. She in heaven. So I always try to tell kids, oh, my mama can't get me these Jordans. Oh, my mama can't do this. Well, guess what your mama doing? Your mama paying the rent. Your mama paying the water bill. Your mama buying you clothes. She buying you shoes. She trying her best. She doing the best that she goddamn can. So accept it and live with it. That's it for me, bro.
And I want to commend you and your support system, because like I said, just from hearing your story and reading up on your stuff, bro, you had a lot of support. A lot of support, bro. And to turn around and to not let that hurdle set you back, but it actually pushed you forward. You know what I'm saying? Like for you to come out that next year, average down to 30, and you really set your pace. You all state again the next year. Then your senior year, like, because we gotta say it what it is, bro. You all state again. You make it to the state championship. Y'all guys were the underdogs.
Yeah.
Garby was expected to beat y'all.
Yeah, Garby, they had Garby to beat us, bro.
Garby was loaded. And for you to go through that and to still make All-State twice after that situation, upset a legendary team out Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Bro, I can only commend you, bro.
I tell you.
We got to talk about that senior year.
I tell you, that senior year, I went crazy. Shit, man.
Would you say that's your favorite year?
That's my favorite year, bro, because me and that damn Tim Pickett, we went crazy, dog.
Shout out to Tim, man.
I just talked to Tim like an hour ago, bro. I was letting him know I was going to be on the podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Tim, man. Tim Pickett is one of the best shooters I ever seen in my life.
I'll just break it down like this right here. We got the district. We won the district tournament. We get the regionals. We play against, Oak Ridge.
Shout out to Oak Ridge.
Boy, shout out to them crazy ass niggas, man. Hey, look, we play Oak Ridge. I go off for 40. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling y'all Oak Ridge niggas now, nigga. I got 40. Then we go down there to Leesburg. Boy, y'all ever been down there?
Yeah.
Boy, y'all ever been to that little ass gym, that little church?
No, I ain't never been to I done been to Leesburg, though.
Yeah. Boy, listen, boy, they jam-packed in that bitch. Boy, I'm talking about like roaches. Boy, like, you know how you open up the cereal box, roaches come out that bitch like raisins?
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, I went off on their ass for 40, like 35, 40 again.
That Marlon was on that team.
Yeah.
Marlon Bryant,
yeah.
Shout out to Marlon, man. The legendary Marlon Bryant.
Oh, he went to USF?
Yes, sir. Because remember he tore ACL like 3 times and still had
that boy, listen, if that boy don't tear up his knees, man, he going to the league, dog.
I'm telling you, Marlon might be top 3 when we talking about jumping.
Yeah.
Marlon was an athlete.
I tell you, bro, we played against Jacksonville Wilson, dog. And much respect to Kenny Walker. Much respect to your boy, the youngster they had.
Antonio Lawrence.
Bro, listen. I tell you, we were going round for round, okay? We fought around and met God. We played in the state championship, in the game before the state championship, we played against Hollandale. Man, y'all sorry ass niggas, y'all garbage, nigga. Y'all talking all that shit, and we beat y'all ass by 30. But then we fought around and met Tallahassee Garby.
Shout out to D.D. Silver.
Let's set it up real quick. Who Garby had? Who was on his team? Like
Gerald Webster, D.D. Silver, Dante Guinea. Dante was a sophomore, I believe. No, Dante might have been a freshman, but they were good.
What their record was?
Shit, them boys only lost like 3 games that year.
Got you,
bro. I think they split with Rutgers, and I think that's the only team beat them in the state that year.
Because we weren't even the number 1 team in the state. We was like number 3. I think it was Garby, Wolfson, and then us.
Got you. So what year is it? 2000?
99.
99. Okay.
So look, Garby got us up. You ready for this?
17.
Hey, Garby fans, I hate to tell y'all, but I blame that shit on y'all coach. All right. Y'all had us 18 going in the half. 16 minutes left. It's only 16 minutes left in the game, right? After halftime, 8-minute quarters, right? Boy, Tony Bobbitt put that pressure on them niggas, boy. Boy, coming down Lakeland, boy, bringing that bill with that crossover. Bing! Look. Beep. Next thing I know, listen, like I told my son, he said, Daddy, we down 10 points. I say, boy, that's 5 possessions. Use your head. All you need is 4 stops and a tray ball. You up 1. Think about it. Boy, them boys fucked around. Mainly, we going crazy. We got a 10-point. They got a 10-point lead. I'll never forget this. I had a white boy on my team named Chase Tremont from Spruce Creek High School.
I know about
Chase say, TB, we got these fuckers. I said, we got these motherfuckers.
I said, we got these fuckers.
Hell yeah. Hey, look, we come back and get their ass, right? So now, honestly, it wasn't no blowout. We ain't blow them niggas out. So once the game got tied, we went up 2. And I'll never forget, your boy from Garby stole that bitch from me. He literally took that bitch from me, and the referee called a foul. And I was like, damn, boy, that's a prayer, because he was going down to make some noise with that motherfucker. Man, I fought around, bro. I'm going to just say this, Garby fan. What the fuck was y'all thinking leaving me open in the corner? That shit water.
Yeah. See, I just want to thank you for admitting that the refs took that game from God.
Oh, the refs took that game from. Listen,
it was really no foul.
But no, listen. Here's the thing. I heard y'all say something. I heard y'all put a podcast together about my coach Brinkerhoff, bro. One of y'all said something about Brink, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you play for a college coach, he get called. See, this is what people don't understand as fans. Coaches get calls too, whether y'all know it or not. The referee make calls for the coaches too.
They got to work the refs.
Listen to me very careful. That young man from Tallahassee Garby took that ball from me fair and square. Hands down. If you go look at the video, I got it on DVD. Been had it for almost 20-something years. You know how when you turn a spin move and they reach behind the back and take it from you? Bro, he was already going down the court, bro. Referee called a foul, bro. Because you know what it was? That would have been Mainland third state championship in 4 years.
Yeah.
Remember, I won my freshman year, lost my senior year. I mean, won my sophomore year, lost my junior year, won my senior year. So it's like they want to see Mainland back. But if you ask me, Tallahassee Garby probably had the best team I ever faced in my high school career.
They were loaded, bro.
Now the best player I ever had to face is that 2-3 down there in New Smyrna.
Shout out to my big brother.
Shout out to that LD. God
LD.
damn.
Yeah, how much older is he than you?
1 year.
Oh, he's 1 year. Okay.
That boy.
What about his game that you admire?
Okay. He ain't got no filter. He ain't got no filter. He don't care. He don't care who he is. He gonna give it to you. He don't listen. Ladarius Halton. I just admired like how calm he was on the court. He wasn't. If he had something to say to you with shit talking, he gonna walk up to you like a man. He ain't finna yell it across the court like I did. And he put in the work.
Yeah. You got to describe him too, Tony. Like the look and everything that he had in the 90s.
Bro, listen to this, bro. All right. You know how you go to Venice Beach, California, and you see a mimic of Michael Jordan?
Yeah, out there on the court. Yeah.
Ladarius was Michael Jordan, bro. He was black and red, 2-3.
Yeah.
The black wristband, the leg, the sleeve. He got any pair of Jordans that came out. He got the patent leathers. He got the other wristband. And, bro, he coming to get 50, bro. Easy. Yeah. He coming in a 32-minute high school game. Ladarius Halton is by far the best player I saw. And I know my hood gonna say, oh, Baloney and Vince. Real nigga, no real nigga, dog. Dog, that man, he did it, dog. He put New Smyrna on his back. I don't know why he ain't got a name. I don't know why he ain't got his own street. He should have a Ladarius Halton should have a statue outside of New Smyrna Beach High School, bro.
Come on, man.
That's hard.
And this coming from a mainland Buccaneer, dog. Listen, when we played Ladarius, I made sure I wasn't in the club that week.
You went at Bethune Grill.
Oh, hell no, I wasn't at Bethune. Hell no.
My dog.
Because how are y'all schools? Like, was that a big rivalry in Volusia?
Yeah, 15 minutes, bro. Take Port Orange Avenue straight down to New Smyrna, bro.
Okay.
Remember, I'm from New Smyrna.
Yeah.
All my people live in New Smyrna. When my mama came to Florida, the first place she stopped was New Smyrna. So Ladarius' mama and my mama like sisters. Me and Ladarius got pictures of us little boys chasing after each other with basketballs. And we never knew this until one day. And when Darius see this, he's gonna say he's telling the truth. One day, Ladarius' granddaddy pulled me to his house and he showed me some pictures of my mama. And he showed me some pictures of me and Darius growing up together. Only thing that stopped that, y'all, was my daddy took me back to Daytona. Gotcha. And that's how I met the Daytona crew.
Gotcha. Them boys would have been teammates, boy.
Yeah. So let's talk about Volusia County basketball. We're gonna get into career, but I find that interesting. You got Mainland, you got New Smyrna. What else there? Seabreeze School.
Seabreeze High School. You got you had Deltona. You got Atlantic High School.
Okay.
I forgot about Atlantic.
What's the history of Volusia basketball? Educate me. I ain't too, of course, when we hear about it, we hear about Mainland mostly.
But we got some killers. So first of all, I want to give Seabreeze High School a shout out. They had Pepper Johnson. They had Milton Sampson.
They be pretty solid.
But they had Pepper Johnson, Milton Sampson, Lamont Burson, Marcus Bronson, Teray Williams. Man, they boys had some killers. Then you got Atlantic. You got Jeremy Thomas. You got my boy Cat. You got McCall. Let's see. Deltona wasn't really strong. Oh, you got D-Land High School, boy.
Got by D-Land.
Boy, what?
I ain't know that. Okay.
Got by D-Land.
We about to get Keith Brumbaugh on now.
Listen, one of the realest.
Yeah, he about to come
one of the realest. But he's younger than me.
Yeah.
So I got kid. So I played with Chris Jackson, Jackson, what they call him. And then I played with little what's his name, man? Lil Zay. He was a small guard, but see, that's what I'm saying. Volusia County, we not talked about with basketball, y'all, because everybody in the NFL from football.
Yeah.
You know how many NFL guys that came out?
Got a lot of football for sure.
Yeah, I think one of D teammates was made it to the NFL at New Smyrna.
Man, listen, dog. Listen, them boys play football down there. So when you put that basketball in their hand, it's another game.
Yeah.
So Volusia County, okay, if you was to say Volusia County versus Orange County, Orlando beat us every time.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact. Now
it's a bigger county, it got more people.
Way bigger.
But I'm gonna say I give y'all credit. If you say put 5 players in Volusia County, now I'm gonna tell y'all this now, it ain't gonna be easy.
Here you go.
Me, Vince, and Ladarius ain't gonna be easy.
That's a lineup.
But then when you look at it,
you, Vince, Ladarius, give me 2 more.
TT and probably McLeod.
George McLeod and Tim Pickett.
I'm gonna say, I can't leave Tim out.
Oh, now how far I get that? This how 5. All right, so we got.
You better have Tracy McGrady in there.
Nah, he from Pope.
You better have Tracy.
They can't count.
He from Pope. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, he off in there.
So if we going orange, we going Marquise Daniels, right? All right. We gonna go D-Wash. We're gonna go Austin Rivers. I got to throw Austin Rivers in there.
Listen, you better switch that 5 up. You better go D-Wash.
This is tough because I'm trying to think.
You got 2 more with.
That's tough. All right. If you don't want me to put Austin, I'm gonna put Anthony Simons in there. He's still playing, going crazy right now. I'm gonna go.
There you go.
So that's 3 heads for the people. I might sound biased though.
Yeah, you definitely being biased.
Damn, this one's kind of tough. Oh, we gotta throw Chucky in there.
I'm gonna say you're gonna leave Chucky out.
Yeah. Hey, Chuck, we got a word. I want y'all to use it too. Chuck call it dead man. All right.
We got Chuck. I want to throw, but he too old. I ain't never seen him play. I want to throw Daryl Dawkins in there, but I ain't never seen.
Listen. The stories that I heard about D Dawkins, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, he on a plateau of his own, bro.
Yeah.
They say when he walk in the gym, bro, motherfuckers don't even want to play, bro.
Bro, his charisma so smooth, bro, because his kids were his like nieces, nephews went to Edgewater, so he used to come to our games. And that's that chocolate thunder persona was just all world. Like you could just see it, you know.
So your 5 beat my 5. On one category. We ain't got nobody to guard D Wash.
Hey, D Wash my favorite. Talk about D Wash. You know what I mean? Because we talked about LD and you gave him his credit, you gave him his love. But before this, you know, we was able to have D Wash on here. Talk about D Wash and when you first saw him, because I've been knowing Darius since I was in the 3rd grade. That's one of the closest people to me on the planet. So, you know, I want to give him his flowers because he started his own show under the Florida Hoop Legends, and it's talking about, you know, mental health in basketball, how those free throws kind of almost broke him down and wanting to quit basketball. So tell us about D Wash. I'm glad we segued to that.
Yeah.
So when D Wash missed those free throws, I had gotten a bar fight with a dude, bro. Yeah, I ended up almost losing my scholarship behind that shit, bro. Because I felt like when he fell to his knees, everybody want to talk shit on him. But let me ask y'all a question though, for the people that talk shit. Were y'all offered a scholarship at that level in that stage?
You know they went.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel to get in front of thousands of people, the whole world, and attempt 2 free throws to win a game. So who are y'all to knock my little homie down and then don't even try to build him up? So that already right there mess with his mental. Now, that's a bad motherfucker. Hey, listen, Jeff T, hey, little homie, yes, you did your thing, bro. I give you your respect, bro. Like, hands down to you, homie. And I hope when you see this, bro, because I don't give a fuck if you come at me. Like, nigga, I'm out here. Like, for real, you can find me, boy. Listen, boy, I'm going bald, but you can't. Listen, boy, I don't care nothing about your money. I don't care nothing about what you got going on. Your podcast, none of that. We talking high school basketball. You were not better than Darius Washington. No, you wasn't.
Not even close.
Not even close. Yeah, I know you from Indiana. I get all that. Indiana got some of the best high school basketball around. I went to the University of Cincinnati, so I get it. But you, Jeff T, and your brother, put both of y'all together. Still wasn't better than D Wash. Listen, I ain't never in my life seen a point guard split the double team in the flow of the game like that. Excuse me.
Yeah.
In the flow of the game, dog splitting the double team. Yes, now, D Wash got his chance at the NBA. Okay. But we talking high school basketball. If we put 10 players in high school in the state of Florida, Darius Washington make that 10 no matter where you put him.
Got to.
Because I ain't never in my life seen nothing like that. And the way his daddy, you know, took me up under his wing and always showed me love, I couldn't do nothing but help like fall in love with young fella.
Yeah, shout out.
And I'm gonna tell you something too. A lot of y'all haters out there probably didn't like Mr. Washington because he was telling y'all what his son was finna do to your ass before he did it.
He was LeVar Ball before LeVar Ball.
Fuck LeVar Ball. He was Floyd. He was Mr. Mayweather before. Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking nothing from any other person or what you guys have accomplished. But the state of Florida, we can't forget about Darius Washington. Like, he was the truth, bro. Like, he played for a legendary coach, bro. He played for Calipari, y'all. Do we forget that shit? Like, come on. You don't play at that big stage. And see, everybody want to remind him of the 2 free throws. Who give a fuck? Like, for real, that's my little bro. Like, and what about the block shot What about the block shot against Gonzaga when your boy blocked my shot in the NCAA Sweet 16 that we missed? Come on. Ain't nobody don't talk about that, but y'all want to remind this man of 2 free throws. It still didn't damage his career. He still went to the league.
Yeah.
He still went to the league. But
That's
Jeff Teague, I know y'all, I know y'all got y'all little sorority, got your little clique that y'all click up with on these podcasts. Homie, let me tell you this, bro. You was a great NBA basketball player, bro. I give it to you, bro. And I respect your story. I respect where you come from. But you ain't better than Darius Washington, dog. And just deal with it. That's like me telling my kids I'm better than Kobe. What? What?
Hey, Tony. 1999, you found out you was the runner-up for Mr. Basketball, the Casey Sanders. I need take us back to that moment when you found out you didn't win Mr. Basketball. I need to know exactly how you felt when you found out.
So y'all gonna let me be a McDonald's All-American, but don't give me Mr. Basketball?
And Casey wasn't the McDonald's?
No.
Dang. That's crazy.
Marquise Daniels was.
Yeah.
Listen, hear me out on this. I didn't play in the McDonald's All-American game because I broke my leg in a car wreck. So they substituted me for Casey. There you go. There you go.
Got you.
There you go. Here you go, Casey. Okay, check this out. We at Lakeland, halftime. I'm in the stand. I got the whole crew.
That's when they used to announce it.
Everybody from the block done left. We done drove up to Lakeland. The commissioner. Hey, Mr. Bobbitt, how you doing? What up? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Bro, look, bro. The winner of Mr. Basketball this year goes to Casey Sanders. I walked off the court.
Ain't even here no more.
But here's the thing, too, as a mature 45-year-old man right now to this day, this is what I can tell kids. Tony Bobbitt had baggage behind him.
That's real.
Tony Bobbitt wasn't eligible to play at the University of Florida State. Casey Sanders was eligible to play at Duke University. So a lot of politics came in, too. So I can't be mad at Casey. I'm mad at listen, we're giving the award to the best basketball player, not the kid that done messed up. Let's give it to the best basketball player. I was the best basketball player.
Yeah.
So the reason why I treated Casey the way I treated him on Team Florida is because of that. And he asked me, he said, bro, what's your problem with me? I said, my problem with you is you playing two-way basketball and Coach K gonna see straight through that shit when you get there. So Greg Britton, him and Justin Hamilton that played at Florida with Ladarius, they used to tell me to ease up on him. Oh, look, bro, ain't nowhere in hell, bro, I wasn't supposed to be Mr. Basketball, bro.
Yeah.
So in 1999, you feel like out of everybody in the state, Tony Bobbitt was the one.
I've been the best since my freshman year.
In your class.
In my class, I've been the best.
That's real.
I love that, Tony.
When Omar Cook and Marcus Hatton first met me at Adidas camp, them boys say, man, we fuck with that mouth of the South. That's what they call me, mouth of the South. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Listen, if it ain't number one thing I know I'm good at, I can shoot the shit out that ball.
And tell us how like playing with players out of the state, how did they treat or look at Florida boys on the basketball court, especially in the 90s?
They were scared of us. They scared of us. That boy Keon Doolin had them boys scared.
Shout out to Keon, man.
That boy Amar Stoudemire had them boys scared. Them boys don't, man, listen, man. Hey, I'm from the FLA.
Florida boy don't play.
From the FLA. Know what you talking about? Look, with all due respect, I'm going to say this. So you know when you go to Adidas camp, they try to put the Florida boys together. They put the Georgia boys together. They put the New York City boys together. Look, check this out. You ever heard the old saying, the California boys want to be Florida boys and Florida boys want to be California boys?
No, I never heard that.
Yeah. We didn't want to be California boys.
My son right now, he live in Hawthorne.
Yeah.
He got dreads, tattooed. Why you from California?
Yeah.
So when we go play with like Team Florida, I forgot my coach name, man. He passed away, man. He was Team Florida coach. Damn. I forgot his name, but he was our coach. And he told us, he used to tell us, like, hey, these guys don't want no part of y'all, because first of all, when we get on the court, we grimy as hell. Like, we playing defense, we diving for balls, like, we playing together and we stick together. So when the game over with, we don't go hang out with other guys. Like, we all, you know,
Myron Anthony told us that same thing. He said,
yeah,
all y'all go.
So if you didn't have the money and my dad with me, I'm gonna make sure you eat too, homie. Because that's the way we roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I see them New York City niggas, boy. Them boys don't care nothing about each other, boy.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that. Them boys, and then they dribble that bitch 1,000 times, they don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
So having the ability to share a basketball court with, I'm gonna put them in there, Casey Sanders and Greg Britton and Justin Hamilton and who else, man? Who else I played with, man?
It's all on the same AAU team.
Yeah.
99.
Yeah. It was a beautiful thing, man. And you gotta think about it, dog. I'm the wildest one in the group, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, what's my boy name, man? He was the coach at USC back in the day, man. He a Nike sponsor, man. Old school man. Was he an old school dude, bro?
He a Nike sponsor now?
Yeah, well,
what USC?
Yeah, he played coach at USC back in the day.
At Southern Cal?
Yeah. And he used to tell me, he say, Bobby, you got something special. He's like, you got something that most kids don't have. I had a 1-2 dribble pull-up, bro. That bitch was deadly. So it's like coming from the state of Florida, bro, and I know I get excited, and I know this podcast, like, we gonna blow up on this bitch. Bro, I ain't give a fuck about none of them niggas, bro.
That's real.
Bro, them niggas put their clothes on the same way I put mine on. I ain't give a fuck. And not only could I shoot that bitch, I get up there and dunk that bitch. I dunk on your ass in a heartbeat.
You hanging on the real too.
Yeah.
Hey, and let me ask you this too, Tony, because after talking to you, like, and we talked to Coach John Atkins with the
that's my boy. Shout out to my
Wildcats. He said he truly believed, like, if you didn't go through what you went through, he said you would have probably been one of the top 3 players to ever come out of Florida. But after talking to you, it felt like that situation kind of helped push you to be great. So I don't look at it as after talking to you, I don't look at it as a downfall now.
Hey, let me give y'all a little story on Coach Ack, though. And if Coach Ack listen, when he see this, he gonna say, he appreciate this, okay? Coach Ack took me in, bro, when nobody else would take me in, dog. Him and his wife. Shout out to Mama Sheila. Mama Sheila, if you watching this, girl, we appreciate you, honey. So y'all know my Coach Atkins' son was murdered by my AAU teammate. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, he told us.
And the other boy that was with him, he from Monticello, Kenya.
So Coach Atkins, I spent the Christmas with Coach Atkins in West Virginia. We went to a Marshall game. And we had Kwame Brown. It was me and Kwame. And we went down to the Maryland tournament. What do they call it? The what's that tournament in the University of Maryland? No, not the Boo Williams tournament, but
I was gonna say Boo Williams. Yeah.
Listen, dog. What's that AAU program out of Baltimore? DC Assault.
Oh yeah, I heard a lot about them.
Man, I killed them niggas. I was going to Hargrave Military Academy, dog, and went to go play for Coach Atkins. Came back with the trophy. Let me tell y'all something about John Atkins, dog. One of the realest, most compassionate, loving, honest. You could trust him, bro. You could put $1 million right there and go do 5 years in prison and come back and get your $1 million, dog. He don't play games, bro. Like, he took black kids, he took these black inner city kids in and made them out of something.
And took
You know
him
what I'm saying?
Took him
With
across
his-
to the U.S.
With his own money.
Yeah.
With his own money. He ain't never play this game. Hey coach, so I want that kid, he go 100,000, make sure this kid go here. Nah, Coach, I can say he gonna go where he want to go.
Yeah.
That's love.
And his wife, Sheila, she was just a big, and she was mama to us. So Kwame, if Kwame ever got on, if y'all ever get in touch with Kwame will tell y'all the truth. And he was the first pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never let nobody hate on my boy Kwame. Hey, so what? He ain't turned out to be an NBA All. Guess what? He's still the first pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah,
He played over a decade.
Away from him.
He played over a decade in the league, bro.
Damn right he did.
A lot of people call him a bust. I don't. If
and
you
he
stay
rich.
around somewhere over 10 years,
I was about to say that he rich.
He rich. I mean, we all do good, but he rich.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, like, it's cool that you brought Coach Atkins up because he understood my story. See, I was strung out on cocaine, y'all.
Damn.
And I've been clean now for almost 20 years.
It's a blessing.
So, Coach Atkins, man, he gonna be surprised when he see this podcast because he know. See, Chucky Atkins know the truth about Tony Bobbitt. You know, Marquise Daniels know the truth about Tony Bobbitt. I tell you, man, I'm just blessed to be here.
Now,
like, I'm blessed to know these guys.
You can tell by your energy, like I said earlier, your frequency.
I'm blessed to know these guys, bro. I'm blessed to have y'all. That's why when I saw y'all on the podcast, I was like, bro, I gotta hit y'all up.
Yeah, bro, I screenshotted and sent the wig. I said, bro, the man just wrote me like it was like 11 o'clock at night. It was weird, bro. I was like, damn, I've seen this. I was like,
I just want y'all two brothers to understand this, all right? Everybody got their own podcast, you know. I love watching Gilbert Arenas' podcast because I think what Gil has to say might not always be right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if people don't think it's right or true. But Agent Zero is Agent Zero for a reason.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at their podcast, the boys got that money.
Yeah.
But when I look at y'all podcast, it's coming from the heart.
Yeah.
And it's dedication and motivation.
Yeah.
And dedication and motivation outweigh money.
Yeah. And the money gonna come when you dedicated them up. Nipsey. That's why I got Nipsey right there. It's a marathon. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I like watching Gilbert them. Because Gilbert them know they got the money, but they don't ain't none of that shit. They bragging about, talking about, they talking about sports.
They having genuine conversation.
They having, and my boy Kenyon on there.
I love Kenyon, bro.
Yeah. So it's like when y'all invited me on, like today, I was excited to get on because I appreciate two brothers that working together and not trying to compete against each other and not trying to backstab each other, because that's what we need now. We need more guys like in every city of their state to start a podcast, a Hoop Legends.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys are not recognized.
No, that's the
like Kenny Walker from Jacksonville Wolfson. He should be recognized.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of guys like Damian Wilkins from Georgia. I don't know why you brought. Hey, Damian, listen to me.
Hey, I'm gonna say you better say it too. When Damian Wilkins moved to Florida, I need to know his Tony Bobbitt story.
Okay.
He went to Dr. Phil. Yeah, Dr. DP. He went to DP from in Orlando.
You remember that Rotary tournament? All you had to do was bring a can good, get in the game.
Get in the game free. Shout out to the Rotary, man. We won that shit back.
So look, my boy's playing in the state championship football game, so I ain't got nobody playing with me but a bunch of JV niggas.
Yeah.
We playing against Dr. Phillips in the championship game. He got his daddy sitting on the sideline. He got Penny Hardaway sitting on the sideline. He got Anthony Bowie sitting on the sideline. He got Greg Kite, all them niggas sitting on the sideline. I went off for 50.
He was a McDonald's All-American too.
Yeah. Look.
He was the dog, though.
They won the tournament.
He's still playing.
Listen, I'm the only player in the Rotary history, bro, to do not win that tournament and still get MVP of the game. MVP
for real?
I had 109 points in 3 games.
Man, the Rotary used to be so live back in the
So
day.
many hoes.
What? Right there in Winter Park. Right there in Winter Park. What? Well, I wish Chris can see it, boy. Like Chris, man. What?
Tony, I might be overstepping. But Tony got to be on the show, bro.
No, for sure.
Tony, we need
hey,
Tony.
Look, hey, I want to say something that what you said though, Tony, and like you gave us our flowers, and I don't take that lightly. I don't mean to get it serious again, but
For real.
It's
For
gratitude
real,
because, like you said, even with me and Chris working together, that's why I always try to give him his flowers, because like I started the platform and he reached out to me and say, bro, I love what you're doing. Most men not gonna do that.
No,
because most men gonna be like, oh, they're gonna go try to start their own thing or something. And that's why I was like, well, shoot, bro, join it with me. You know what I mean? And I think me and him went to college, and we ain't see each other for about 15 years until 2 weeks ago or a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just organic, and now that's my brother, and I knock a nigga out about my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how we rocking. So when you said that for you reaching out to us, that's how this thing started. Because there was no ego and no pride from him reaching out to me. So I wanted to.
Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve to hear your greatness, bro.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The older I'm getting, the more my faith with God is becoming better, bro. I got my issues. Like none of us perfect. You know
we all do. Yeah. We're not going through vices and stuff.
But one thing we can't do, we can't let the devil win, y'all.
That's real.
Oh yeah.
He can't prosper, bro. Because once he started working, he dangerous, boy. That motherfucker dangerous.
Yeah.
Y'all 2 young black men that got guys that's willing to come on a podcast and share their story. Now, unfortunately, some of us are more crazy than others, more calmer.
That's all good.
And that's me.
Yeah.
But I'm telling y'all how I felt. Listen, did nobody see what I saw April 17, 1996? Did nobody... my dad, we had to go to church every day. I told that man, I said, look, man, we go to church so much, I'd rather go to hell, homie. Like, for real, dog. Like for real. Like, stop tripping, bro. We going to church like Monday morning, you know, Bible study, Tuesday, choir rehearsal, Thursday, Wednesday, deacon board meeting, Thursday. Everybody, like, come on, this shit, like what Steve Harvey said on Queens of Comedy, that shit true.
Yeah.
So I took everything I had in my soul, in my heart, bro, to put it on the basketball court, bro, and try to do my best. Now, am I proud of some of the mistakes I made in my life? No. But I'm pretty sure there's somebody that was watching me that learned from these mistakes back home and was like, you know what? I want to do what Tony did, but I want to do it in a way that I don't get in trouble. See, because now, when we used to get in trouble in school, they wanted us to play they wanted us to play so bad we couldn't lose. They overturned that. They didn't suspend us. So what they do is put a nigga in school suspension.
Yep, because you had to go to school to play.
Yeah.
I know. I would tell.
Now when a kid get in trouble in college for smoking a little weed, guess what? You replaceable, son.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? They got a 5-star right behind you.
You see, they just cut the boy from Tennessee. He said he wanted to go in and say, you gone.
So I want to tell y'all what y'all got going on, bro. Y'all should make this shit go on another 20 years, bro.
Oh, no, that's the vision, man. Like, the vision is
so special, dog.
For sure. And it happened organically, just to, like I said, to us, me and Chris, you know, we're around the same age, and we just love the game of basketball. That's all we do is watch sports, right? So, like I said, y'all like the basketball guys. So now I talk to Keon damn near every other day now. And growing up, I'm like, damn, this nigga was a god to me. But now that's like me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he called me. I call him. It's like,
and shout out. And all y'all puss ass niggas that told on my dog, I hope y'all rot in hell. Y'all gonna snitch on my dog. Y'all ain't shit. I wish I would see one of you fuck niggas in person. That's on my mama. My dog's a real one. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get all into his problems. We ain't gonna get all into the politics. But y'all niggas know what y'all was doing. Come on, bro. Keon Doolin is one of the realest, bro. He gave his, listen, he'll give you the shirt off his back, bro. When I needed Keon was there, bro. So don't sit here and tell me that he deserved what he got. Y'all niggas are snitches. And that's real. Don't make me pull the, hey, look. Where my phone at? Hold on.
Tony.
Nah, hell nah.
Bro, that caught me off guard, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
bro. Hold
came
on,
out of nowhere.
bro. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
These niggas think I'm playing with them. Them niggas think I'm playing with them. Keon Doolin is one of the realest, bro.
Shout out to Keon, man.
He one of the realest, homie. Yeah. And you know what? You know what's crazy? I was going through some trials and tribulations, dog. And Keon, the reason why I was able to get into the NBA camps. Nobody else. Keon. When my pride was broken and my soul was crushed, it was Keon Doolin, bro. It wasn't nobody else, bro. It was Keon. When I wanted to go to NBA Top 100 camp 2 years in a row. When I wanted to speak at the NBA Top 100 camp, who was it? Keon, dog. So y'all niggas that did that to Keon, bro, all jokes aside, bro, y'all ain't gonna get nowhere in life, dog. Y'all rats. Outside of Big Baby, that's why Big Baby locked up right now, because he didn't rat. Y'all know what y'all did to my boy, man. That's wrong, bro. That's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, bro. Y'all set my boy up, bro. And y'all tried to diminish his career, but look at him now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the beautiful thing of it, we were talking about it last week. He on a redemption tour. So now he doing podcasts, he's doing speaking engagements. We got him. I'm up here in Atlanta, so I got a client up at OTE, so I got him about a speaking gig at OTE. So he's in a good space mentally. But I will say this, like he told me the other day, like Keon's still a real nigga now. Like,
well, let me tell you something. You put your hands on Keon, you got a better chance of getting pregnant.
Yeah, like, yeah, hey, bro, still from Broward, you know.
And I'm gonna say this for y'all, both of y'all, bro.
Yeah.
Look, it's like Wallow and Gilly.
Yeah.
I think the reason why they lasting so long is because they both are proud of each other.
For sure. For sure.
And as long as y'all can stay proud of each other and don't let nobody come in, like I'm in the middle right now, right? I'm in the middle. Yeah. Don't let nobody come in the middle, bro.
Oh, no, for sure.
Like,
yeah, I value relationships and partnership. And shout out to the rest of the team, man. D-Wash, man, we got Bull, we got Jeremy. So we got a nice team of people that genuinely care and like each other. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, we got put together like the Temptations or something, like they putting together a group of whatever. There's like genuine friendships. Man, our time, like I don't want to, we got to kind of
everything, bro.
No, but I want to get into this though, because it's a crazy question. This is probably the biggest mistake that you ever made. And I want to kind of chastise you about this, if you don't mind, like from brother to brother. Why the hell you picked Florida State, bro? I'm a Gator, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell you picked Florida State, bro, out of high school?
All right, so to end this whole thing is, I don't think I picked Florida State. I think my high school coach did that.
Okay.
I think they had. I think everybody wanted me to stay home because I wanted to go to UConn. I wanted to go play with. I wanted to go play with my boy that's from Florida. Rashard Anderson? I wanted to go play with Rashard. And Coach Steve Robinson. Man, I remember this man knocking at my door. Man, I'm like, "Hello, how can I help?" He's like, "Yo, we from University of Florida State." I was like, "Man," I told my daddy to his face, "I ain't going there." My dad say, "Well, you gonna go? I tell you to go."
Yeah.
And they started recruiting me, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, man, the only thing that stopped me from going to Florida, and I ain't trying to knock your bubble, Billy Donovan, is the way you treated Darius. I felt like if you're gonna treat Darius, and then I saw the way you treated James White when James came to play at UC with us.
Oh, that's real. I forgot about that. He did start at Florida.
Yeah. So I saw the way you treated them. So I was like, nah, I ain't going there. So I was like, all right, we can go to Florida State. But Florida State, y'all ain't had nothing to offer me. I was a 2-time junior college All-American. I was player of the year, me and Marcus Banks. Me, Marcus Banks, and Tony Allen. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't go to Florida State. I had to go somewhere where that bag was back then.
The NIL before NIL.
Yeah.
Hey, what about the rumors that Smush Parker was the best player on your team?
He was. And no matter what they say about Smush, that's my homie.
Hooper.
See, one thing about a Florida boy, if a Florida boy go to war with you, he don't give a damn about what you got, what's your problem is. Yeah. If we in the club and you and a nigga swing and you swing back and you helping me, boy, we locked in for life.
No, facts.
We locked in for life, right? Smush Parker was the best basketball player on my junior college team.
Smush, that's the one who played with the Lakers too, right?
Lakers?
Okay, from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smush Parker was the best basketball. We won 2 championships. But Florida State came in after I left CSI and tried to recruit me. It was over then. Bob Huggins done came in.
Yeah, talk about that. Why Cincinnati? that NIL before that NIL.
Hey, look, not only that though.
Yeah.
Look at the alumni.
Yeah. So you was after Kenyon them.
Yeah. So,
Kmart just went number 1.
So Steve Logan was an All-American.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
So they was looking for somebody to come replace Steve. So Andy Kennedy, the head coach at UAB right now, he was the number 1 recruit. He was recruiting me for Bob. So I was like, nah, I ain't going to Cincinnati if I don't see Bob because I'm better than this shit. I'm trying to see the head coach.
Yeah.
Man, Coach Huggins came in my house. He said, look, I live in New Smyrna Beach. I said, Coach Huggins, you live in New Smyrna? He said, yeah, I got a condo in New Smyrna. And he does. That's where he at right now. He in New Smyrna.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that Coach Huggins live in New Smyrna Beach. So he said, look, I'm coming to your house. If you don't sign, I'm going to get Tony Allen. There's a podcast out there with Jeff Teague. Tony Allen said the only thing stopped him from going to Cincinnati was Tony Bobbitt. So it was either I go to Oklahoma State and play for Eddie Sutton, or Tony go to Cincinnati and play for Bob Huggins.
Damn, you would have been with the Ground Twins.
Yeah. He played, and he played with Lucas, Coach Lucas' son, John.
Oh yeah,
John just left Baylor.
Yeah.
They remember they went to the Final Four that year.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year UConn won it. So Huggins came in. Shit, I went on a visit. Nigga gave me all this Jordan gear. I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, we sponsored by Jordan.
Yeah.
What?
With those colors.
Fire too, boy. Them jerseys.
With them colors.
Yeah.
Bro, look,
cold.
Listen to me, bro. If we didn't have the best jerseys in college basketball, I don't know what to say, bro.
Yeah, them was hard. That year. Yeah.
That all red we went with them patent leather red. Listen, now North Carolina got Jordan they sell. Okay.
I'm gonna say, it probably y'all in UNC. I give it to y'all.
Georgetown was gold too at one point. Georgetown with like Iverson.
Oh, they was Jumpman. They was Jumpman. See, Georgetown. look. Georgetown and St. John.
Different.
Georgetown and St. John, they were Jumpman schools.
Got you.
We were official Jordan brand.
Yeah.
Like we go back and look at some of my images when I'm playing. Look at them Jordans I'm wearing. Like we wearing patent leathers. We wearing ones. Like bro, like the true Cincinnati probably the smartest thing I did, because Bob Huggins showed a motherfucker how to be a man, dog.
In what way?
And I'm gonna tell y'all another killer I played against too. Killer. Antonio Burks from Memphis. Ooh.
Remember him? Yeah.
You remember Antonio Burks, boy?
Well, I gotta look him up.
From Memphis?
I'm gonna look him up though.
What about that D Wade from Marquette?
Oh yeah, for sure. So you was there when Wade was there.
Man, lit problems. What about that Reese Gaines from Louisville, Francisco Garcia and Taekwondo?
Yeah.
Francisco was that man, boy. 32.
Well, that's what Conference USA was. It had a lot of heat. You know what I'm saying? That's what Darius' son going into right now. He going to Kennesaw State.
So to go to Florida State, why you asked that?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have won shit, bro.
Got you.
And it would have been like Tim Pickett. Tim had the whole load on his shoulder.
Yep.
And I ain't trying to do that. I'm playing with James White, Jason Maxill, Eric Hicks.
We got Jason Maxill.
How y'all do collectively? Did y'all go to the tournament? What was y'all deepest run?
Bro, look, bro, we couldn't beat that Illinois team.
D Brown and all them boys.
Darren Williams.
Yeah, they was
D Brown. Yeah.
That arguably that 3-headed that was like one of the top for sure.
They ended up going to the national championship, losing to Carolina.
I remember that.
What's your boy name that's on the podcast with Gilbert?
Rashad and Ty Lawson.
Yeah.
Rashad.
Ty Lawson.
No. It was Rashad Raymond Felton.
Raymond Felton.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ty Lawson with the next group.
Yeah. Rashad Raymond Felton.
Yeah, Rashad McCann.
The big boy, May.
What the nigga from Jack Emanuel and them.
Jack Emanuel. That's one of my favorite teammates all time, y'all. Hey man, Jack, he's a very, very intelligent young man, and he played hard with them big old shoulders. I used to like, man, you got goddamn shoulder pads on, bro.
Yeah, John spoke highly of him as well.
Yeah.
So let's get to this, man. Like, I don't want to keep you too long. It's 2004, right? Draft time. You go undrafted. Yeah. What's your thoughts now? Like, how you feeling at this time?
I'd have stayed my ass out of them clubs and stayed positive and stayed on that grind. I would have been a draft pick. You got to think about it. When you look at the draft, my name was up first round. My name went from first round to second round. Then my name went from second round to not being drafted. But I was the first person. I was the first person in summer league to be signed to a 2-year deal by the Lakers.
Dang,
I played 3 games. I played 3 games. My first game I had 28. My second game I had 32. That third game I had 26.
In summer league?
Summer league. I ain't played no more the rest of that week and a half.
They got signed to the Lakers.
Yeah, me and Sauce Bullchick was the only one because they drafted Marcus Dowd from Providence in the second round. So first, see what they don't tell you, those 2 guys got the first dividends of. But see, Brian Shaw knew what he had because Brian Shaw and Kurt Rambis was the head coaches for the summer league. And I came in that motherfucker ripping Andre Emmett, God bless his soul, and Antonio Burks, that Memphis team. And then that second game we played against Toronto, and then that third game we played against the Hawks. And I just fucking went crazy over there in Long Beach. And I knew I was a pro. And then word got back to Kobe. And Kobe invited me to practice one day. And I said, hell no, I don't want to do this shit here. This shit is mama mentality for real. But I'm going to tell you something. If kids can learn anything from this podcast, keep your eye on the prize, my brother. Them clubs, that reefer, that liquor, that dope, leave that shit alone, dog. Go get that money first. Because they giving it away. Now they giving it away.
Yeah.
You can get your 4-year deal for $800 million now if you want it. Real shit. I'm being real. Shit. Back then, Kobe Bryant was the highest paid player in the league at $26 million a year.
Yeah.
$26 million a year.
AJ, the number one recruiter in the nation, say he got over $8 million.
BYU.
To go to BYU.
Yeah.
And you know them church people had that type of money.
Well, I live out here in Idaho. You don't see what my hat say? ID.
Yeah.
Well, I live in Boise, Idaho, buddies. My wife is a Mormon. Well, they got money. Well, they money. They got their own bank. They got their own bank. They call it Zion Bank. Listen, this is what I want to tell the NBA guys right now. How is it the fact that y'all got all this money, but y'all putting y'all money in somebody else's bank? Why don't y'all come together and build your own bank?
They got to be educated on it too.
There you go. So if you could learn something from Tony Bobbitt, yeah, I made it to the league. I know what it feels like to play in the NBA. I really do.
Yeah.
But guess what? Young man, you might not get that chance if you make the mistakes I made. Because first of all, people don't only have one phone, they got 2 phones. You know? And the minute you are in the club and you got your big bottle of liquor and you go to drinking it, what somebody do? They pull that motherfucker out and they go to filming you, right?
Yeah.
All right. The NBA got people that watch over you. You think they want to invest in you, son? You think they want to give you a couple $1 million and they know you are going to be a headache? They can't sleep at night. So everybody didn't get lucky the way I got lucky. I got lucky, dog. So 2004 was very depressing for my family to be at a draft party and I didn't get drafted. Yeah. I remember Tony Allen called me. He's like, hey, Joe, that shit ain't even cool, homie. I was like, bro, I know, bro. Right? What the fuck happened? And now that we older, I'm able to like go around and share my story to people and tell them the truth. Like when I walk away from this podcast, you ain't got nothing. You can't help but respect what I said because I'm owning my shit. I'm not putting this shit on nobody else. This me. I did this shit. I tell you what happened. And I'm gonna end it on this right here.
Yeah.
We had the NBA pre-draft camp in Chicago. And I'm killing these niggas. Bro, I got NBA GMs walking down the hallway, bro. I got the door wide open. I'm smoking reefer in that bitch, dog. I got the liquor going, the girls going, dog. Melvin Hunt, my assistant from the Lakers, told me why I wasn't drafted.
Because of that. Yeah.
The late Kobe Bryant said, ask Chucky Atkins. Chucky say, man, I can't believe Bobbitt wasn't drafted. He in here killing Sasha the man. But guess what? When Chucky and Kobe them sat me down, they told me the truth. Bro, your baggage, you belong here. And that's when I started straightening shit up because I wanted to be a pro. And then I went off, played for the Lakers, got a little time in Seattle a little bit, went over to Europe and shit. I got 5 Euro Cup championships in Europe.
That's hard.
So if I could give these little kids some information before we leave this podcast, the people that love you, stop shitting on because the people that you think love you, they don't give a damn about. And it all goes back to saying this. You never leave the one you love for the one you think you love because the one you think you love will leave you for the one they love. And that's real, dog.
That's hard.
That's real, dog. That's real, dog. That's real.
I know. That's mic drop. I needed to hear that.
Yeah. So that's the reason why I wasn't drafted, dog. Like most people get on here and make excuses. I wasn't drafted because I like girls, drugs, and clubs. There you go.
No, that's hard.
Yeah.
So Chris, get into the rapid fire questions, man. We're gonna get into some basketball before we end. But whatever you were gonna say though, Chris, but you know.
Oh yeah. Well, further, like I said, like when you getting us our flowers, like we giving you back your flowers, bro. Cause like I said, y'all just don't know what it means to us when legendary people reach out to us. Cause me and Wid, when we first was getting into this thing, like, man, we need to interview players, all this other stuff. Bro, we got left on red a lot of times. So now legends are reaching out to us saying, bro, let me get on the pot, bro. That's, like I said, because Wig told me from the beginning, like, don't take it personal. That's one thing I had to learn from bro. Because I'm more so like, I'm sending you a message that, hey, man, this Chris from Florida Hoop Legend, man, we would love to have you on the show. Red. And then I go back into them same DMs when they messaging me now. I scroll up to the top. I was like, damn, bro, I reached out to you a year ago. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn not to take it personal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't take it
now
personal.
People kind of see what's happening. And it's good that we was able to get somebody like you on to tell your story. Because, after talking to you on the phone, I told Wade, I said, bro, he's going to be a good one because he not filtered. He ain't finna just say what's politically correct because sometimes we need to hear, nah, man, my mama was strung out on dope. Instead of, I was going through some things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to hear raw to actually drive the point home. You feel me? Yeah, so, like, for you to reach out and other legends like Derwin Kitchen would hit me up like, dang, bro, boy, y'all were taking us back with this. And when we did Ladarius video, D called me and told me, bro, he said, bro, I cried. He said, to see all them comments of people saying, remembering what I did, I don't feel like I failed basketball. I don't feel like I failed that basketball because, like you said, D knew what he could have been. Right. You feel me? But for him to call me and say, bro, watching y'all video, bro, I cried. That hit me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, right. Dog. So what me and Wig doing it might be something more than just trying to get to a certain level. It might be we might be meant to just touch people. You feel me? Never know.
It is.
So I want to thank you on that. But back to basketball. I need your top 5 from Florida. All time.
All right. So Vince Carter, Mitch Richmond, Eddie Jones, Tony Bobbitt, Ladarius Hawk.
I love it. That's the first we heard that kind of lineup.
And you got 3 people from Volusia kind of.
You got to.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I love the Mitch Richmond ad because we're a little younger, so I just learned that he was from Florida. Not too long.
And I'm not finna substitute Darius for George McLeod.
No, that's real. That's real. That's real. Like, nah, because usually people gonna always throw in Vince, T-Mac, Amari Stoudemire. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of like
them three.
Tracy. You really can't say Tracy because Tracy hauled ass and went to Mount Zion, y'all.
Yeah. He from Florida though. We didn't talk about Florida.
This is my thing. This is my Tracy McGrady argument. I always say Tracy is on the all-time list, but when you talk Florida hoop legend list, we talk about the high school. I don't have a Tracy McGrady high school moment.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta think about it. All of us went to high school for 4 years in a public school.
No, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, that's the only not with Tracy. Don't get me wrong. Tracy is ours.
And Marquise
He's
can't
a blood boy.
Marquise can't be in there either because Marquise up and left the Mount Zion too.
He did 3 though at Edgewater though. He did, and he had to leave because he got in trouble.
And see, they wanted me to come to Mount Zion too, but I couldn't. My daddy was like, "Hell no."
Yeah, Marquise would get in trouble at Edgewater. He got a whole story he gonna tell too. So he had to kind of slide.
And you know what, Keith? When you see this podcast, Keith, look, bro. I don't got your number, bro, but I'm sorry about your wife, homie. Like, I love you, dog. You one of my guys. Like, we go way back, bro. But just know, I'm proud of the man that you done became. I always watch you with your daughter, man. Shout out to her, bro, and your son, bro. You just keep being that great father, bro. But again, bro, you're always in my prayers, homie, and I always wanted to give you a shout out. And I'm sorry for what happened to your wife, man. But just know, bro, a lot of us out here that love you for you and love you for the person that you became. You're an awesome young man, bro, and may God continue to bless you and your family, homie. That's real.
Man, that's a great ending. I'm gonna give you his number, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
text me his
number. Yeah, I can text it to you. We can start us a group chat. You got it.
I got one more. I need one word to describe Tony Bobbitt.
Real as fuck.
It's just like that. This is Florida Hoop Legends, Season 2, Episode 2, with the legend, Mr. Tony Bobbitt, man. Y'all be blessed.
Hey. Thank y'all, man.
Like, share, subscribe, y'all, too. Like, share, subscribe. Big love.
Thank y'all, bro. Y'all take care, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.